Hey, hey, good day and welcome. Welcome. Hey, hey, good day, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Welcome. I am DeAndrea Washington, your fitness inspiration, and we're going to get into the details this morning. Welcome, my beautiful diamonds.
Oh,
good morning. Good morning. What's up, ladies?
We're shining.
And hello, November. Come on in, everyone. As you come in, go ahead and click the follow if you're not following. Like and share the video with your friends because we have some awesome information today that I feel like it's going to help you throughout the holiday season. Again, I am DeAndrea Washington. Welcome. Let's get into the details.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Good
All right.
morning.
Good morning.
Yes, so yes, it is a new, beautiful day. So everyone just come on in, say hello when you enter the room, and let's have a great talk. As we know, the holidays are coming up, and so I wanted to get into this topic because I feel like it's going to help some people, stay on track with their health and fitness goals, right?
Yes.
So before we start, I must have my diamonds here introduce themselves quickly, and then we'll move right into our topic. And before, I'm going to introduce myself again, and then I'll introduce my moderator who's not here, and then we'll go from there. I am DeAndrea Washington. I have been in the fitness industry for over 25 years, and I have been a fitness coach. I have been a fitness competitor. I have cooked for competitors. I have cooked for other people. I have meal prepped. I have done it all. I have trained. I have modeled. And fitness is pretty much, my lifestyle. Fitness is my passion. I love to do it. This is what I do. I love to inspire individuals to live healthier lifestyles. And I love it every day. There's not a day that goes by to where I don't enjoy helping someone and educating someone and teaching them the importance of taking care of themselves. And my moderator, which is Shata, she's not here. And so we want to keep her in our prayers. She had a death in the family. So, Tashata, we love you, and
Miss
we
you.
look forward to seeing you when you get back, darling.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yes. We have you in prayer.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go, 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 go. Hey, hey, should I sing first? Drop the beat. Hey, woo. Get up, get out, and move that body. Say what?
Oh.
Hey, get up, get out, hey, and move that body. All right, now you gotta bring that in. All right, let's go. Now we playing around this point. Okay. All right, so take it over, Griselda. Take it over.
Oh, okay. I am Griselda. They call me Dr. G in this space. I have been with D for 4 years now. Best decision I have ever made. I've always been committed to wellness in whatever way, fitness and wellness in whatever way I could get it done. I just believe in getting it done, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Former athlete, and I think that may be a part of it, but that athletic thing, it goes fast. Once you get beyond your 20s, it's gone. But that's sort of, I just believe in it. It works.
All right. You want me to go next? Or
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. I'm Kirsten. And I'm going on 5 years Oh my. I mean, Griselda said it perfectly. It's the best decision I've ever made. I'm growing younger, even though things start breaking, right? But I feel better. I am stronger. It is phenomenal.
Yes.
Can't thank you enough.
Yes.
And I love those leaves. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, y'all are just
Thank you.
awesome.
Diamond number 3. My
Okay.
name is Rona. My name is Rona Green. I am also known as Dr. G. And I've been with Dee. I started out with her, I don't know what year it was, 2010 or something like that.
Wow.
She's moved distance, and then we talked by phone, then I came back. She is contagious. Her love for fitness, because I have a love for fitness. Always have. I like to work out with Dee for variety because she gives me change. And it's just a nice menu. It's a nice. She fulfills that appetite when you want more.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you. And welcome to everyone that is coming in. Hello, hello. I can't see you from here, but I'm going to shout your names out in just a minute. Can you see anybody's name for me?
Right.
This is good. Let's see. You got to go out and come back in. Give us one moment. We're going to get you guys over here so we can see you. Tap on that. Okay,
Here we go. Excellent.
Yeah,
All
We had
right.
to go out and come back in to our Facebook and shoot. There we
All
go.
right.
Okay. All right, now we can see. Now we can see who's talking to us.
Indeed. Thank you.
All right, say hello, everyone. When you come in, click the hearts and flood the screen with hearts. Like and share. Follow if you haven't followed yet. And we're gonna get into our topic. All right, so we know that it is November already, right?
Yes.
Like this
Came
year
fast.
has flown by, and I know during the holidays, we just had a holiday, which was everybody don't celebrate holidays, but we do stuff differently. But I think this is the time of the year that there's more goodies accessible, right? And so I want to give you some tips on, how to maintain good health and fitness, your goals during this time of the year, during this holiday season. Okay, so let's get into the details, right? So, Thanksgiving is coming up, Christmas is coming up, and then New Year. So you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, you have then you have New Year's Eve, and then you have New Year's Day. So, it might not be a lot of days, but it is a lot of time to indulge.
Yes, it is.
And
That's the truth.
break those goals that you have, worked so hard for. So we're not going to do that. We're going to maintain, and we're going to keep it going. We're going to know how to do it. And because we want to enjoy the holiday season while we maintain our health and fitness goals. And so our tips, and I'm going to break each one of them down, and then I'll get a little feedback from my diamonds here. So we want to have, maintain our healthy eating habits. And the key strategies are mindful eating, planning ahead, staying active, and of course, making smart choices in what you eat, So, and I say that because, there's always choices. I've even done a reel on, making sure you make choices, whether, when you go out, when you're shopping, don't just pick up anything, different things like that. There's always healthier, choices that we can make when we're out and about. And so I think that's very important too. So the first thing I want to touch on is mindful eating, right? So I think it's so important to be mindful of what you're eating. Of course, when you sit down and you eat, you want to, eat a little bit slower, because, they say that it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to signal, to your brain that you're full, right? You guys ever heard that, right?
Yes.
And so I think if you just take your time, and especially if you go out with friends or if you're out with family, take your time, and eat, slowly and, chat while you're eating. I think that will help as well as mindful eating. Another good tip is, before I go into the tips, now get your notebook out. Write the stuff down. I'm so strategic when it comes to things like this. Write it down, and then when you have it written down, put it up on your refrigerator. Y'all got those little magnets on the refrigerator. Stick them up there to remind yourself, to stay on track, okay? Use a smaller plate, okay? And listen to your body while you're eating. You kind of know when you're full, right? Yeah. Or I would say, when you're satisfied, not necessarily full, I would say. When you're satisfied, and I think at that moment when you feel like I'm satisfied, even if there's food still left, just wait, and you can just leave it for, leftovers later, or for a snack the next day or something like that. So don't eat until where you're just stuffed, right? And I think that's a lot of times where we go wrong, especially if we go out to where it's like all you can eat or something like that. Don't mean that just eat all you can eat. Right?
That means with 2 plates.
Don't come back with 2 plates. Because all you can eat means they just have a variety of different foods for you. And you can choose the ones you like. That don't mean just eat every single thing, okay? So I'm going to put that as
I like to interject on buffets.
Okay.
I like to, just real quick.
And then one more thing, I'm going to let you do it. And then don't just stand at the table where this food is, kind of mingle around. Because just stand there, you're going to keep grabbing.
Keep picking at it.
Exactly. You're going to just keep picking at it. Right.
At a buffet, you tend to want to try everything because they have things that you won't traditionally eat. Mm-hmm. So my strategy is just a tablespoon of everything that I see that I want to try, and then go back to what I really like. But if you just take a small portion, but I tend to see people to take a huge portion of a little bit of everything. But honestly, it really works if you just take a small portion of each of the different items, and your plate has like 50 different things on it, but you just taste it a little, it works.
It does, and my mom always said growing up, the first spoon tastes like the second spoon, the third spoon. So you really only need 1 spoon.
You need one. That's right. Yep. And it works.
Yep. That always works.
That's always been my strategy. I might have 10 things on my plate, but it's just a tablespoon of each.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, of course, you're going to have the things that you like the most, right?
Right.
You can add another tablespoon of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and, the second thing, I think, always plan, right? Because you don't have a plan, what?
Yes.
You fail. Plan ahead, prep. I always have a plan. And whenever, if you're invited out to, say, if it's a work dinner or whether it's a family dinner, friends, whatever the case may be, do not. And I know a lot of people do this. Just from people that I have worked with over the years, do not skip meals. Right? Yes. To say, I'm not going to eat breakfast, I'm not going to eat lunch, I'm just go all in. But I get there, don't do that. Don't do that.
I agree.
Don't do that, because that's going to set you up for failure.
Never works. Okay?
Yes,
Never works.
Because when you get there, you're going to be so hungry, because 9 times out of 10, the food not going to be ready. Or you got to go through all kind of, the speeches and all this thing before you actually eat. And then you're going to be really hungry at that point, and then you're going to overindulge. Okay, so don't skip your meals, all right? And when I say plan ahead, if you know that you're attending a party or event or dinner or anything like that with family or coworkers or anything like that, make sure you have like a little snack throughout the day. Maybe have a nice breakfast and then have a snack, and that way you're already pretty satisfied before you get there. And so you just eat moderate or light, or you won't overindulge because you've already had your nutrition pretty much throughout the day, right? If you're gonna bring something to an event, like to, whether it's a family dinner or a work dinner or something like that, try to prepare a healthier dish, to bring.
What a concept.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You bring something healthy. That way, because somebody else there is on, have goals as well. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like just, something just like nobody's going to eat. Because you can always make, and I'll get into that later, you can always make a dish that's healthier. Like a main dish, and it's just got a healthier twist to it, right? And I think that's a good idea as well. And I would just say too, when you're in an office or something like that, I know during the holiday season, like a lot of times they'll have like candy on the table during the holiday season. People will bring like cookies, baked goods, all that kind of stuff. Try to avoid those tempting things, or try to keep them out of sight in your home. Like if you have them, it's just different stuff like that. It's just called strategy. I know you gotta have it. You gotta have a strategy during this time of year because it's treats and foods and stuff everywhere, right? Even when you go
Halloween candy that we have all left over from yesterday,
right?
It's coming to work on Monday.
Yes.
So I'm getting out of the house because the temptation is too great.
So you gonna take it to them?
Yes, they can have
they
it.
can have it.
There are younger folks that can metabolize that better than I can.
Well, I bought popcorn balls to give out for Halloween. So
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
those that are left, I will eat because that's popcorn.
Okay, cool. All right. So, I hope everybody is enjoying this. Before I move on, hello for the ones who are just coming in, and hello to my replayers as well. Go ahead, y'all, and hit those hearts. Click those hearts, click like, share this with your friends. This is going to help someone out, right? All right. So, I wanted to get, and I know I said a lot about, making smart food choices too. You want to make smart drink choices, okay? So I'm going to get into that because y'all know how that, I cannot leave out the drinks. Okay, thank you guys for your hearts. Thanks everyone for the hearts. We want to prioritize like your fruits and vegetables, right? Because, high fiber, keeps you full longer, right?
Yes.
Choose proteins, lean meats, proteins, different things like that. It keeps you satisfied as well. Now, when it comes to your liquid calories, right, we want to try to limit those because those are a lot of extra added calories, your mocha lattes. Did I say that?
Mocha lattes.
Is that a word? I don't know because I don't.
It is now. Let's go with that.
I know I probably said that all wrong. Forgive me.
I love it. It sounds delicious.
Chocolatey, coffee like. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Somebody put in the comments if that's a word. Okay.
It's awesome. I'm ready to try it. If it is the drink, I'm going to make it.
Right, okay. I love it. But I just, if I do coffee, I like it just black. I don't like anything in my coffee. I just, it's just the flavor of it, But that's me though. I'm not judging. No judge. We listen. We don't judge, right? But
you know what? That's a good point, right? So when I do get a latte once in a while, but I get it with skim milk. And it tastes just as good.
Tastes just good.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they do make it with almond milk and stuff like that.
They do, whatever you
Oat
want.
milk.
Oat
Yeah, I do
milk.
oat milk.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
But
right.
I know people like those drinks. I just never got into
comfort
those.
food.
Yeah. But I know
Yeah.
they a lot of people like those drinks, and it's just a lower calorie option, because they do have those as well. And also like beverages like eggnog, yeah, because that can be high in calories as well. you know, your cocktails. Okay, your cocktails. So make sure you limit those because they're, you know, those drinks are high in sugars and XYZ. And then a lot of times when you take in too much of the alcoholic beverages, you might not realize then how much you're eating, right?
Very true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so keep that in mind. Any type of sugary, you know, your sodas, okay? We already know. We already know that sodas are not, you know, the best for us, right? But I do know at the same time, people still drink them, right? But you want to limit those, really, limit them. And then I always would say, of course, you know we have to drink more water than anything, right?
Yes.
But when you're out and about, you have these, you know, your holiday season or whatever, I would just say, like, drink some water if you're going to have cocktail. You know, it's kind of like alternate, right?
Right.
If I did a cocktail, I know I need to get two glasses, a couple glasses of
Yes,
water,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And so I think just to have, like I said, when I go back to just having a plan, you know, you don't have to just always just have this on your mind all the time. I just say, you know, these are just tips that will help you to, you know, move forward and to not just, you know, mess up everything that you've worked for.
Right.
You know, throughout the year, right? Because we all have health and fitness goals. We're all working on something. If you nobody's ever gonna stop working on them. It just don't work like that. So, as long as I've been training and working out most of my life, I'm never gonna stop working on me and taking care of me. That's just what that is. So we always
and
want to
you just
take
feel better, right?
You just
When you've
feel
had like a lot of water with your dinners that may be heavy,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You wake up the next morning, you don't feel so bad,
Mhm.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Also, I wanted to say, like, if you're preparing a meal to take somewhere, you know, I would say use like your lower fat ingredients. You know, maybe something with a lot less sugar. You know, whatever the recipe calls for, try to do maybe, you know, a little less sugar than what the recipe calls for. Or you can do like a natural sugar, you know, blend the sugars. You know what I'm saying? And that way it's less sugar. It'll still, you know, taste good. You know, you can still make it taste good. But I would just say like maybe a half or, you know, anything like that. Any type of, use more of a natural sweetener, right? And mix that with sugar. Because they even sell it like that as well. So for all the people that like to bake, now I'm not saying you got to bake all your pound cakes with no
You
stevia.
can't mess with that pound cake recipe, girl.
Don't mess with the pound
Don't
cake.
mess with the pound cake recipe. You got to bring
original.
You have to bring the pound cake right.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Let me-
Yes.
Yes, you can't mess with that.
Let me bring it in.
You cut it, you just have to eat morsels.
A little bit.
Yes,
And
that's
I'm
what I
gonna-
do.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say-
That's how I
That's
do.
right.
Cut it into squares.
Let me say this one more time. Don't mess with the pound cake.
No, we're not doing
We're
that.
not doing that.
We're not doing that.
The original butter.
Yes. No,
Right,
yes.
real butter.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Stink.
That
So
pound
I-
cake will
yeah.
be sitting there when the party's over.
Right, and you
Trust
don't
me,
want
believe me.
that.
That pound cake.
I had to bring you closer to me. so you
That's
can
right.
hear that.
Not mess
Now,
with
you-
the pound
everything
cake.
Some
is.
things, yes.
But don't mess with the pound
Pound cake
cake.
recipe,
Okay.
don't do that.
All
Yes.
right, so I'm about to put that in the
With
comments.
with the glazed icing.
Yes, baby.
Just drooling down
Yes.
the side.
It's better to do it is better to do an extra lap in the morning than to mess with the pound cake recipe.
There you have it. Case closed.
Yes,
All
right.
You
Move
got
on.
that,
Yeah, I had to make sure I put that in there. Okay?
we
Somebody
got a
gave
point
us a
across.
like on that one.
I think we got a point across on that.
All right, so, and you know, of course you can cook with a lot of natural herbs and, you know, spices and stuff like that. That also gives your food flavor, just natural
Yes,
stuff,
yes,
you know,
fresh.
and you know, go easy on the salt. And like I say, if you use butter, I would just say real butter, because, you know, get into the real
Yes.
deal,
Yeah.
right? I think your body, digest that a little bit easier than foreign ingredients, right? We know that, okay? This is a part of what we touched on last month. We talked about stress. Okay, we did talk about stress, didn't we? Last month. Okay, so this was a little bit of that lifestyle and stress. Managing stress, right? Because we all know that, especially if you're hosting an event, it can be stressful, right? Especially if you're planning with family, it can be a little stressful. And so we want to kind of alleviate some of that, right? Because we know what happens when our body's stressed. You go to eating and nibbling and, grabbing stuff and not just recognizing that you've taken in so many calories. So the first thing you want to do, first and foremost, is just stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, because a lot of times you confuse hunger with thirst. Because you could just be thirsty and think you're hungry, right? And so let's stay hydrated. A lot of times people ask me, well, Dee, how much water should I drink? Well, I think that varies with individuals, right? Because I always say, I go by the weight of a person. That's how I tell my clients. And I go from there. And everybody is different with that. They'll say the minimum is, 64 ounces. I say go by your weight, half your body weight in ounces. And so it could be different things, how active you are, how active you are. It can be different in that aspect. So it's different for everybody.
Right.
But the basic, I would say, 64 ounces. I think that's just the basic, and just go from there. Okay.
I have a good friend that he gets up every morning, and he grabs 2 little bottles. They're 16 ounces each, I think, right? And he downs those before he does anything else. I'm like, way to start.
Yeah.
Now,
So he go ahead.
if I did this stuff, I'd have to stop every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. So that's
right. That's what I'm saying.
But it works for him. It's really cool. It gets off to a great start.
Because we're all different. I'm like that too. Because I don't take in a lot of sodium. So my body is gonna just release. Because I think a lot of people, they have a high sodium diet, and so a lot of times they'll retain a lot of water.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, interesting.
But I like to start my day off with a glass of water.
But I always start with that water,
and
a lot of times another way if people get that water in the morning is they put it in tea, right? Because it's warm, it's hot, and so it gets the things moving, in the
That's
morning.
right.
Yeah, it does.
Like a green tea or something like that. It's always good to, if you don't want to just get up and drink cold water, I would just say have it at a room temperature, or if you're gonna, put it in tea or, something, make a tea in the morning or something like that. Or even coffee, because you got to use water.
That's right.
Coffee,
You got to
right?
that's tea
And
right
don't
here.
get things to moving, right, in the morning. Right? So stay hydrated. Also, that keeps you from just unnecessary snacking, because, your body is, pretty much satisfied, like you're not thirsty. So you're not thinking that you're hungry, right?
Right.
And of course, keep moving, right?
Yes.
And I say it all the time, get up, get out, and move that body.
You gotta move the body.
You gotta
It is
move your
so
body.
important.
Yes, stay on your regular exercise routine during this season. That is so important. I always wanted to save the best for almost last, but exercise, maintain, during this time, keep moving, of course, if you do it, like with Thanksgiving, if you do your Thanksgiving dinner, like in the midday, a lot of people do their dinner midday, go out for a walk afterwards, just walk around, just get that body moving. I always think that's a good idea to do that. Bring an activity in for the family if you're with your family, an active activity, different things like that, so everybody can get up and move instead of just sitting there at the table after you eat, or just get up and move. Games, different things like that. I think that's always a great way to stay active. And when you burn those calories and move that body, it kind of releases the stress from the holidays, right? And, just focus on connecting with family and friends, not just thinking about, it's not a time for just food, focus on that time to connect with your family and talk with your family, and just, cherish, so you can have memories, right? And cherish those memories, and not just think about, food the whole time or drinks the whole time. Socialize, enjoy the people that are around you. Enjoy your company, right? Yeah. And we're almost there. And just, just practice, being aware of you and how you feel. And even if I want to say this, even if you overindulge, okay? Because it wouldn't be the first or the last. It wouldn't be the first time for any of us that, because we like certain things during the holidays now. We probably, because I'm gonna tell you my favorite. My favorite is sweet potato pie, because I only get it once a year, and I might have 2 slices.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I know, that's like the worst thing you could do. That's the worst thing. 2 slices of great Southern sweet potato pie.
Potatoes are good for you, so.
Yes, yeah. I mean.
So, and my sister sends me home with 1 whole pie by myself.
Awesome. So you get to take a slice every other day.
Every other day. But I used to do it like more, but now it's like the past few years, I just haven't brought the whole pie home anymore, because you get a little older, your body don't act right.
I'm bringing the pie home, and I'm eating a slice every day.
Your body don't act like it used to act when it was, I'm 51 now? My body don't act like it acted when I was 31.
Yeah.
You
may as well glue it to your eyes, right? Yeah.
So, yes.
He's in the wrong section.
So, yes.
You're trying to deliver a package.
So,
I think you to the front office.
So, give us one moment.
Slight disruption.
Yes.
Dog barking at the mailman. All right. All good. Thank you, Dr. G.
It's live. We're all the way live.
All the way
all right.
live.
So, last but not least, now if you overindulge, don't beat yourself up, okay? Because it is what it is. Get back on track the next day, okay? So don't feel so bad. I'm just gonna eat bad the next day. I'm just gonna start back over next year. No, and no. Because it is hard you put 5-10 pounds on, it's hard to get that back off. Okay? It's hard to get that back off. And, nobody wants to, it can be miserable. It can be frustrating, right? And I've seen it, people go through it, but I'm just helping you. I wanted to bring this to you. So, these are tips that are going to help you to, you're on your way, and you have goals, right? And we don't want to go too far from our goals just for a couple of days or a meal or 2. All right, because it is easy to sit down. It is easy to sit down and take in over 1,000 calories. Yeah. Okay, but it is hard to go into the gym or to go outside and work out and burn 1,000 calories. So if you knew how much you had to do to burn 1,000 calories, you would rethink that when you sit down to eat it. It's easy. You can do 2 slices of cake. That could be 1,000 calories right there.
Right there.
And it goes like that, right? You can eat that right quick, but it takes, maybe depending on the person and your metabolism, it could take you 2-3 hours to burn that.
2.5
And
on
you
the
got-
elliptical trainer.
You gotta
I get 100
working.
calories per 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
You have to be working, and I know, and like I say, the age, depending on how old you are, your metabolism, also your body type, your metabolism, so all that depends. But even still, 1,000 calories to burn is still a lot.
That's
Okay,
a lot.
and it's gonna take you a little while to burn that. So nobody want to be eating and go try to burn stuff because people say, "Well, I'm gonna burn it off." Like, no, 9 times out of 10, you probably
You
won't.
probably won't.
Okay, so this is to be mindful. Let's not beat ourselves up. Let's just get back on track the next day and get back into it. Enjoy your holidays. So don't just sit there, oh, I can't have this, oh, I can't have that. Don't do that because you're gonna ruin your holidays. Just go ahead and plan ahead. Enjoy yourselves, but have a plan, right? So you can kind of go into it nice and you can just enjoy, but don't overindulge, all right? Because you're working on you, you're taking care of you still, and that's how I want you to look at it, okay? And now, if anybody have any questions in the comments, you can give me your questions, ask me, anything that you feel like you would like to know.
So Chanel
Yeah.
says it's water for me all day. Well done, Chanel. That's
Hey,
awesome.
Chanel.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Chanel.
Yeah.
I have a tip
Yes.
on water. I don't know if everyone else feels the same way because all I drink is water and wine. I'm like Jesus, but I drink a lot of water. I drink water all day.
I do too.
But I've learned over the years to sip my water. That's my strategy. I sip water. I don't go and just drink a bottle. I sip my water throughout the day. My body will retain what it needs. Because I find when I drink my water, I go right to the bathroom and then my body has a benefit from the water.
That's true.
Fair.
That's true.
Total fair
I
point.
have.
Well, in a sense, the more water you drink, the more you release. Okay, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I think with women, that's another topic for another time.
Yeah, I know. Like flushing, like after massage,
we
you have
flush
to
a
drink.
little
You have
bit.
to flush too.
We flush
Yeah.
a little bit. We go a little bit more. Yeah, a certain age, but that's not necessarily a bad.
It's not necessarily bad. I understand that because I know after massage
Right.
they tell me to drink plenty of water
Exactly,
to flush
they
the
tell you.
toxins.
Exactly. Yeah.
I practice what I call is quiet rejection. Because we know when we go to that buffet, everything does not look good. We know the things that we really don't like and the things that we really do like. And my way of controlling what I do is I make up my mind that, I don't like everybody's dressing. Just come from a house like everybody can't make a good sweet potato pie.
Right.
And so I don't make it a habit of really trying everything. It's not like it's not like a open rejection. I'm not talking about folk food or anything like that. But I just make up my mind right away that these things we know to be true, that's kind of we are nurtured into, we're born with, then I quietly practice it.
Nice.
My thing is, it makes no sense to have extra pounds with bread. If that bread doesn't smell good and look like it just came out the oven, I walk right past the bread.
Nice.
Because why have a Hawaiian roll?
From the store.
From the store. When someone may have a wonderful turkey and whatever over there. And so I have this sort of way of quietly going about and making decisions about it. And in terms of, you have family, as Dee said, the other thing I'll do is take a long walk. It's nothing like grabbing your cousin you haven't seen in a year, grabbing them by the arm and taking a long walk to catch up.
I love it.
You just, and so that's another thing, you grabbing that relative, you're like, well, let's take a walk and talk.
Nice.
And if it's slightly cool out, that it really feels good. If it's a nice day, it feels good. So those are sort of two really simple things. Because everything on that buffet, trust and believe, and y'all know it, does not taste good.
That's true.
And that reminds me, who made the potato salad?
Yes, right. Hello. Yes.
That is
exactly.
Is this such and such dress?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you may have to whisper on that one.
Now
Who made that potato salad?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
like this.
I put a sister out in my house one day when she asked me about the red
That's right.
She's like, who made the? I said, what you mean, who made the red rubber cat?
But you know it's a question.
I'm telling you right now, see, my mama raised us, don't eat everybody.
That's right.
And that's what this
That's
young
right.
lady said in my house. Don't eat everybody. So I said, but you don't announce
Oh my
that
God.
like
See,
that.
I
You gotta do
believe
it like you
Yes, you
said.
just
That's
quiet.
quiet.
You know,
Why you brought that up?
because y'all, we know it to
Yes,
be
it's a-
true.
it's
We
Oh
know
my
it. We
God.
down here in the South, we all know it.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's that Southern thing.
That's a
No,
Southern thing,
no,
exactly.
it
really is.
Hey, according to our friend here, it's also a German thing. It's also a German thing. Maybe said quite a little differently, but it is a
Now,
How you
thing.
say it,
You
Kirsten?
zip, you
Here's
don't say. You do a quiet rejection.
Kirsten, tell us how you say it.
In German,
Right.
Kartoffelsalat.
Okay.
A couple, yeah.
It don't taste good. That's what that
So I'm going to say that in U.S. and they won't even know what I'm talking about. Kartoffelsalat.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh my
Your
God.
secret language.
I pick up languages.
But
I like it.
On another note that Dee mentioned, I wanted before I was on the top of my head. She talked about the rate in which we eat food. I was talking to I think she was from Thailand. We in the U.S. we eat in a rush.
Mm-hmm.
We eat in a rush. You only get 1 hour for lunch, which is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Food is a blessing. It's a grace. It's grace for you to enjoy it.
Yes.
Take your time and eat it. And Dee talked about, chew a little longer. And we should chew the food completely, and then your body will receive it more gracefully. And just try to be more cognizant of that. We're not cognizant of that in the U.S. because you get 30 minutes for lunch, you get a 15-minute break. If you can just think about that a little bit more during the holidays when you're eating, your body will receive the food better, digest it, store what it needs, and get rid of what it doesn't need. Because I even myself have to think about it because, I'm moving 79 miles per hour on a daily basis, 7 days a week. And I have to stop and just chew your food. Although I eat healthy, and I eat every 2 hours. I'm like a baby. I need a feeding every 2 hours. That's how I maintain. But I have to consciously tell myself, okay, take your time, chew the food. So I won't labor it, but Dee made an excellent point in that because we do not chew our food in the U.S. long enough.
Right. And I also wanted to say, I know a lot of people travel during the holidays, especially, Thanksgiving is one of the busiest travel holidays. So, when you're traveling, I know I did it during the summer. I showed you like a lunch bag that I had, and I had prepared for the day we was going to be out at the park. So basically, I do that, have something with you, healthy snacks with you, especially if you're going to the airport. You can have it in your carry-on bag. Ladies, you can have it in your purse, some type of healthy snacks, nuts, anything dry, fruit snacks that are, healthy for you. Anything like that, protein bars, anything like that that's going to help you to kind of stay on track. So you don't just pick anything up. And when you're in the airport and say if you don't have those things, of course they got a lot of different stores in the airport. There are things that you can choose in those stores that are not, necessarily unhealthy, right? They have a lot of different mixed nuts, trail mix, different things like that. They even have protein bars in the stores in the airports. And, just light snacks. Even if it's not healthy, just make sure it's, portion control. So when you're traveling, you can still do good, on the plane or on the, on the road if you're driving or something like that. When you stop at the convenience store, that's another reel that I created. You could go back. That reel I had, there was a lot of different, choices, different protein bars, energy bars, so many different things. When you travel, there are, healthier options, right?
Many gas stations now have fresh fruit.
Yes,
Right? And boiled eggs.
It's like,
and so you can
it's
get
like a grocery
some fruit.
store.
And so, right, you just got look, Bucky's does, you all.
I have
And
not gone to
has
Bucky's. I've heard about Bucky's,
Bucky's
but I have
has
not gone.
turkey too, so you can't. Now you have to ask for it, but you can make good choices.
Mhm. Yes, they're
That's right.
there. They're everywhere. And I have to say that every time you go, you gotta get something healthy. But my thing is just to stay on track with it, you know. And then, hey, if it's your time, you have your cheat snack or your cheat meal or whatever, have that, because I always teach. I think I say this on every live. I always teach balance.
Right.
I always teach balance, right? And have balance, you know. But you want more good than the bad. Right, and like we say, like with the relationship rule, 80-20. You know, have more good than the bad, and I think you'll feel better. You'll feel good. You know, because everybody asks me, how I maintain like my energy. You know, because of what I put in my body. Right. You know, I honestly eat clean. Probably I guess 95% of the time, because that's just what I'm used to that now. But I do have that, time where I plan if I'm going to have a cheat meal or a cheat treat. I plan that. And I have to do that for me because I know my body, The only thing genetic on me is my hips. Everything else, I had to work to get it, okay? I had to work. That means I got to work out, consistently, enjoy my workouts, and I got to put clean food in my body.
Yes. So I have a question from Chanel. She says, I've plateaued at 20 pounds down. What should I do to get the weight loss moving again?
Okay.
Could it be an age thing now?
Okay, so I can answer that somewhat, but not all the way, because I don't know what you've been doing, right? But I can say plateaued from when, right? Because I can ask you that because I don't know how long it's been sitting there, right? And so don't just look at the scale, because you could still be losing inches. Your body still can be changing. True. Just because that scale doesn't say it's different doesn't mean that you're not different. So let us not just focus just on the scale, right? And so I'm gonna say that one, test you to see where your body fat is. Measure yourself to see where that is from where you started, and then come back and see have you plateaued. Because just because that scale might not move doesn't mean anything, right? And let us not just focus on just the weight. Focus and stay focused on your journey and just taking care of you. Continue to go, because what happens if you stop? Nothing. Or you'll fall back to where you were before. All right?
And then some.
So we all hit that wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay? Because sometimes, you get to that point to where now it's time to change up something. Right? To see another change. Right? To get over the hump. So go back and look to see what you're doing, because I don't really know like your nutrition plan. Go back and look over that, and maybe you need to tweak something. Okay? Look at your workout plan. If you're doing 2 days, take it to 3. If you're, what I'm saying? If you're doing 3 days, you might want to bump it up to a 4th day. So just change up. It might be just a little tweak that you need to do to get over that hump. Okay? Because everybody hits a plateau. But at the end of the day, you can't let that discourage you, because that's a part of the process, okay? Yep. That's life in general, right? And so all we need to do is just tweak that. So go ahead, go back to the drawing board, look and see what you're doing now, and see where you can make small changes at. But don't just focus, rely on it. Just don't all the way rely on what the scale says. Because especially as women, that it can fluctuate. Yes. I could be 122 on Monday, and come Thursday I could be 125. Yes. So, but what does that mean? That's just a lot of times that's how I'm retaining water, or I'm not stressed a little bit, and it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I put on fat in 2 days. You see? So just think about that. It's just your body weight, you know, your body water. It fluctuates day to day, and so that's sometimes why we have to stay off that scale every single day. Because it'll mess us up mentally.
It does.
Scale will mess
Right
you
with
up.
your head, yeah.
Right. Look at your body. Don't just rely. It's okay to pay attention to the scale. You know, get on there every now and then to make sure, you know, where you want to be at is in that area. But don't just rely on that one number, because there's so many other numbers.
It's interesting that you say that. I get on the scale once a year. That's when
I'm
I
not. Now I don't condone that.
I get on the scale
I don't
once a
condone
year.
that.
Definitely.
But
I get
but-
out every 2 months.
I do once
At the
a
most.
year when I go have my physical,
Right.
Yeah.
because I go by.
But she goes by how your clothes
I
fit.
go how I look and
Yes.
how my clothes fit.
How I feel.
Now I'm gonna say something about that. I would say this. Now, you know, I allow my clients to, you know, do what works best for them. I always, you know, tell them what I, you know, as a professional would feel like they should do. But then again, what works for everybody
Right.
works for everybody.
Right.
That's just what it is,
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
But me, myself, I pay attention to me, right? I pay attention to my body. So it's sometimes I could get on the scale. I just get on the scale each morning because I want to see what happened. You know, I want to see how my body responded to what I ate the day before, or how my body responded to the workout I just did. But see, I'm that's just me though, because I have goals of certain areas of my body that I have to sculpt. I'm just strategic in that way. But that's me. I don't expect everybody to do that. But I learned over the years that I needed to pay attention to that, because my body is interesting. And you know, I'm an easy gainer. I'll put it that way. Yeah, that's just my. I'm short. You know, I can really I put on muscle. You know, easier. But I also will gain fat easy too. Okay, and that's just what it is. And I understand that about my body. So I pay a little bit more attention to things like that, right? And then some people might not. But I would just say this now. But I have a good relationship with getting on the scale. Now, if you don't have a good relationship, get on the scale, stay off of there. Do what Rona doing, because some people get on that scale and they'll see the number, they'll be like, oh, this ain't working, and they give up, and they get scared. Yeah. So if that's you, don't do it. You know, do it maybe once a month to see where you are, and that's it if that's the case, or let a fitness professional do it for you so they can analyze you and go from there. But yeah, the scale can really, be discouraging, right? Because you focusing on that one number, right? Because like you said, you can sometimes you could just see how your clothes fitting on you. You know, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself naked.
Sometimes
You know,
your body don't
seriously.
fit into growing
It's
up.
shape.
Right.
My body weight never fit into those scales. And I grew up, I was basketball, I was track, I was everything. And I can remember going to get a job. One woman said, you go down there for that position. And I was like, no, I want this position. But I followed her. Then the woman who did not look so great, she said something about my weight. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was looking good, that was the 3-inch pointy toe, olive green pumps. I'll never forget those pumps. And I had on a pencil skirt, but the woman judged me by my weight and not by the way that I was looking.
Exactly.
But my weight has always been high. I weigh a lot.
I weigh a lot. That's
And so I be in the
don't use
scale. But I'm always fit.
Yes.
I can wear a pencil skirt.
Right. I weigh a lot.
And things like that, but I do think like your relationship. I think that's
And
a great term.
Dee made a great point,
Dee,
and that's what I was going to
your
say to
relationship
people.
with the scale.
It doesn't.
Your relationship.
Everybody can't do what I do.
Yeah.
Everybody can't get on there once a year. So I was gonna mention
I'm
that.
about every other
Because
month.
when I get on there, it's like people look at me and say, "Well, you look like you weigh about 150 pounds." I almost weigh 180 pounds.
But think
I'm
about
over
it.
180.
You're not that client that always always want to just lose weight.
Right.
You're
It's
not
all
that
about
type of
right.
client.
It's all about
So
fitness.
that's why it's different from
Right.
you.
Yeah.
You're focused solely on your health, maintaining your energy,
Exactly.
and so you can go and do your
like
thing.
that. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Sure.
That's your focus.
Right.
you know, staying energetic. She
Right.
this like this high energy.
Have you noticed?
Super high energy.
Yeah. So
Super
her
high
focus
energy.
is not that, and I think that's why you
That's why I'm able to
maintain
do it
so
and
well.
maintain,
Because you
yeah.
don't
Yeah, but
stress
you
over
and
it.
I'm
about
not
the same
stressed
place
about
on
weight
that
at
one.
all.
Right. Right.
Like
You're right.
feeling
Right.
good, looking
Yeah, that's
good,
Feeling good.
being
looking
happy.
good.
So,
All right, so-
to that note, how do I stay on point? As Dee asked us, how do we stay on point for the holidays?
Yes.
I'm just focused on health and not focused on I want to lose weight. And I eat every 2 hours. It's always something healthy usually. I like to cheat just like everyone else. When I travel, I do take a lot of my own food because I know I'm going to be gone for 10 days. So I'll have at least enough food for the first 3 or 4 days because I'm going to have to eat food wherever I am. And food eaten out, even though you think you're ordering clean food, is not clean
Right.
at all. I can order all the vegetables in the world, but they have all the sodium and this, that, and the other.
Fair.
But I do try to take a lot of my own food. But I think what saves me is like I'm constantly eating. Literally. And it's not a lot. I'm just like a pack of nuts. Okay, 2 hours went by, I eat a piece of fruit. And that's why the suit that I have on is 35 years old and I'm still wearing it.
That's
Okay,
right, girl.
awesome.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. And it
But
looks good.
I have this I've been wearing a 14 for 47 years because my habits have been the same. And that's all you have to do is just keep your habits the same. And look at your body. I don't want to be D-size. I wouldn't look good. I look sunk in. So you got to look at your body and sculpt it according to what God has given you. So
That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
And when in doubt,
What are your-
Dee
have
looks good in her
another
right.
bite
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
vegetables.
And
Yeah.
Dee is a
That's right.
fitness
She is a
expert. It's not what
Exactly.
she does, it's not what she do, it is how
It's how
she
does it
lives.
and how she
That's
lives.
right.
Dee is a fitness expert.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she
You
is.
know, and she lives it. That's why she enjoys it. She lives what she, you know, what she says is what she does. And I can,
Yep.
she almost never eats out. She cooks her food. If you want to make her happy, bring her some fresh vegetables when you went to the grocery store. You know,
Or some
and then-
apples from Ellen J.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, watermelon.
Oh, watermelon.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
yes,
That's
yes.
So she demonstrates what she teaches.
Yes, she
That's
does.
right.
Yes,
Just
that's what
conversation.
she lives it.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Right.
does.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I don't make a lot of changes for the holidays. If I'm traveling, I always have a little goodie bag of my own snacks, just in case you get stuck in the airport
That's right.
or any of those things. If I'm at my mom's house right away, I go and sort of make sure I have those things that I eat on a regular basis, and then if it's a great meal, Thanksgiving Day, I enjoy myself. I always plan a long walk. I'll get up in the morning, take a walk with relatives. But, I'll enjoy what's there. But once that day is over, I'm done. I'm back to my regular way of eating. I don't, just because everything is left over. My favorite things are the only things that I will eat the next day and the next day. So if my mom makes the dressing, then I'll have a little bit of dressing every day until the dressing is gone. But I won't eat everything. I'll eat that great piece of cake that day, but I won't keep eating cake every day.
Right.
But on that day, I enjoy myself. But the day before, the day after,
Yeah.
I'm back to my regular way of doing things,
Right.
and I'll try to take more walks, because when you're visiting family, it is just so easy to take nice long walks with the people
Exactly.
that you love.
Right.
So it's a gift to yourself, and it's a gift to them if they don't normally
Right.
take walks.
Right.
It's gifting, both ways.
Nice.
Kirsten, you have one?
Other than,
Mhm.
if you're tempted to try something that you really want to eat, have another bite of vegetable first.
Oh,
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
Get,
like
and
that.
then see if that signal's working on your back.
yeah.
And then maybe you have a smaller bite of the
Yes,
stuff that's
true.
not so good for you.
True.
Right?
That's
So
fair.
max out on veggies first, or on fruit, wherever
Yes.
you are during the day. And then if you still feel like you have to have something, have something.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna close with this last thing that I feel like it's helped a lot of people throughout the years. When you do, especially with Thanksgiving, because that's when we really sit down and eat a lot of food is prepared, right? don't try to put everything on your plate at one time. Right? Get a little bit of the dishes that you like. And I would say half of your plate should be some type of protein. Don't do 2 or 3 starches, right? Don't do, your candied yams, macaroni and cheese, and dressing. That's a lot of carbs, like in that one serving, right? That's a lot in that one. So you got the macaroni and cheese, the dressing, and all
the potato salad.
Yeah, and then you're gonna do dessert. That's a lot of carbohydrates. Right. So just think about that. Get a little bit, and then you can about 2 hours later you can come back and get a little bit of more. You got the full day, or to have the different little treats that you like, and maybe the next day you can have one a dessert or something like that. But don't put your dessert in there with all that and have all those carbs. Just small plate. Eat slowly, be mindful, stay hydrated. Enjoy your company, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and thank you guys. I hope we gave you the tips. I put all that together. Don't stress. Try not to stress. Calm down. Don't beat yourself up if you mess up, or you have a day to where you overindulge. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day, okay? And enjoy.
Enjoy.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
And don't eat after 8 o'clock.
And
p.m.
Well, we're going to get into all that, because I don't know how long y'all stay up, so I don't have a set time where somebody has it. I've never gone by that, because everybody stays up different times. I would just say, and good thing you brought that up, I would just say, don't eat anything like 2 hours before you lay down. I think that's a good, thing. 2 or 2.5 hours. But I would just say, just enjoy your holidays, enjoy your Thanksgiving. We will be back December, the first Saturday, December 6th, I believe it was. We'll be back for our Christmas episode.
Yay!
And so stay tuned. Thank you all for joining. Again, I am DeAndrea Washington. I am your fitness inspiration. Go out and have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And also, I'll give you the details for the pop-up class. You guys direct message me if you're interested in the pop-up class that is coming up. Again, thank you all for joining.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.